Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Glad you're here. I hadn't planned on making this video right now, but then that's because I had planned on arriving at the cabin much earlier today. And you know, those lights that I got from Home and Lighting Company, I was really impressed with them, and I did a video on those. If you haven't seen it, I'll drop it down below in the description so you could check it out. But you know, one of those is a street light, and honestly, I could install it, frankly, on a pole or something opposite of the corner of the cabin that I put it on. It just was the most convenient place I had at the time. And the other was a porch light, which I ended up moving, and you didn't see that in that video, but where I had originally installed that light, it wasn't getting enough solar production. It was under the eaves a little bit too much, and I didn't want to lower it, so I ended up putting it up above my PopCan solar heater. So it's getting dark out here. It probably doesn't seem too dark, but you know, it's getting there, folks. These cameras actually do pretty well in low light, but I'm sure you're probably seeing a little bit of darkness here. So I'm going to get to driving so that I can get up to the cabin. I'll show you what those lights are doing for me when we get up there. And if you've got an off-grid cabin, or maybe your sawmill sitting in a sawmill shed without power and you'd like some lighting around it, I'd suggest you check these lights out. There's an affiliate link down below for you. And yes, I do get a small kickback if you buy lights using that link, but you get a 10% discount. And if you buy the street lights, you actually get the mounting pole with them as well. So that's something they normally charge for. So you'll get that as part of the deal, which is kind of cool. And if you buy like 3 or 4 of those lights, you even get one free or something like that. They got a really good deal going on. So check that out. But we're going to be at the gate real soon. I'll get that unlocked and we'll make that drive up to the cabin, and we're going to find out, do those lights really work for me? We're going to find out. So stick around and I'll bring that to you. Let's get to driving. Well, I wasn't kidding when I said it was getting dark out. It's also getting foggy. The deer are all over the road. I had to really slow down for them. Boy, my headlights, you know, you'd think on these newer trucks that their headlights would be better than this, but they're not doing me much good. And I've got my fogs on too. But we're getting into the rough section of the road, and it's gonna get bouncy. So it's nice when someone else gets the gate on the way in, and I just have to close it. All right, I got lucky. They got the gate for me. All I gotta do is close it now. It's cool out here, about 45 degrees. I don't know if you can see that beautiful hill right there. It's amazing. And the light that I've got, it looks really awesome. All right, time to head up the hill. Oh, well, folks, I wasn't kidding when I said it's dark out here. It ain't even as dark as it can get, but it is definitely dark out, folks. There's still a little bit of light in the sky, but when you're in the forest, it's, you know, things are a little darker. All right, let's get the gate. The gate's starting to lean on me. I gotta replace it. All right, onto the cabin. Just barely fit through that gate, folks. Pretty dark over there at the cabin, but I do see some kind of a light over there. Well, the street lamp is not on, but I do have it set to come on if there's movement. Oh, and there it goes, folks. Look at that. All right, here we are. Oh, look at that light. Nothing like having a little light when you show up at the cabin. That's always nice. There we go. You know, I can actually see, of course I got the truck lights on. Turn the power on. That'll give me some light. Batteries are at 100%, so that's good. What's the temperature in here? Let's check the temperature while we're at it, folks. About 55 degrees, which is 20 degrees warmer than it is outside. That's 35. Last I checked anyway. Well, we got a beep beep in here. I wonder what that's from. $45 degrees in here. 48 in the back room. That carbon dioxide detector's probably old. Probably too old, I should say. It is old. We'll throw the auxiliary heat on. Help it warm up in here until I get a fire going. It's definitely chilly. One of the things I needed to check, and it's just to make sure I didn't leave any taps on, which guess what, folks, I didn't. So that's awesome. Yeah, this silly thing. I'll have to figure out how to change the batteries in that, or just disconnect it or crush it or something. Definitely chilly. Turn the truck lights off. Well, here we are. We've got light, folks. I'm going to have to put something on to be a little warmer. But look at that. Oh my goodness, folks. That is so awesome. You can't see it in this light, I'm sure, but I can see clear over to the woodshed, no problem. All the way around to that old crappy shed, to my solar panels. This is awesome, awesome light, folks. Now that light up there, I moved it from over here to over there, and it definitely gives off a lot more light. So that's awesome. But even the street lamp with it sitting facing this way is giving off excellent light, folks. That is fantastic. So I'm gonna get unpacking, or get moved in. I always call it moving in because, well, that's what you gotta do when you get out here. You gotta move in. This is a seriously good test of the light out here, folks. Super nice having this kind of light out here. If you've got an off-grid cabin, I highly recommend getting these lights, because moving in out here, folks, in the dark is always a challenge. I don't know what you can see in that camera. I guess we're going to find out. All right, folks. Well, as you can see, got my fire going. Got my backup heater going back there. You can just kind of see it right there. It's up to 50 in here now, so we brought the temperature up a little bit, and I thought I would go out here and show you the lights one last time. Are they worth it? That is the question. Now I'm going to open up my curtains because I do that naturally when I'm here anyway. And that will shed a little bit of light outside, but I'm not doing it for that reason. I just like to have them open when I'm here. All right, let's take a walk. All right, let's have a look here. I'm gonna turn off the GoPro light. All right, the GoPro light's off, folks. Boom, light. Folks, I can see my slash pile over there. You probably can't, but I can see my solar panels right here. The shed, I can see all the way out there. The woodshed, no problem, I can go to the woodshed. I moved the truck forward a bit because I wanted to see how much light I got. And frankly, well, it's pitch black right here, folks. Pitch black. But when I walk over here, you can see the cabin light. And boom, there we go. Got light, and that's without the GoPro light. It's awesome. It is really awesome. This light here, I could change the setting on that light, but you know, it just preserves the battery. But look at this. I was able to go ahead and get everything out of the truck. This stuff I don't have to worry about freezing. It's probably going to get into the 20s tonight. But I have got excellent light. Can't see the sawmill. It's right there. I just barely can see it. And that's without the porch light on. So we just have this street light on, and it is giving out awesome light. If I could get it up a little higher, that would be fantastic, frankly. But I can see the woodshed, not as clear as if I walk over here and boom, man, I can see everything. So folks, if you're wondering whether or not these home and lighting company solar lights are any good, and yes, full disclosure, they did send them to me. There is an affiliate link down below. I get a few bucks if you buy one, but honestly, it's a good deal. 10% off the lights, plus you get the mount for the street lamp. And again, if you buy 3 or 4 of those, you get an even better deal. And I'm not telling you got to buy 3 or 4. One's about 97 bucks right now. But that light is fantastic, folks. Flat out fantastic. I need to get one and put it over there, I think up above the shed somewhere, or right up top near the roof line of the shed would be perfect. It would cast excellent light all the way through here. All in all, folks, if you're looking for lighting for an off-grid cabin or for your sawmill shed that's in a place you don't have electricity, I'm telling you, take a serious look at that light right there. Home and Lighting Company, link down below. Yes, I know. I'm a YouTuber, right? So YouTubers get deals and they can, you know, get it for free and all that bull crap. Look, I was gonna buy these lights. I was looking at buying them. That's why I actually ended up in contact with them. I am so glad I did. I'm going to buy at least one more of those street lamps with my own money. Hey, if they want to send it to me, great, but I don't think they will. Honestly, that's not how it works, folks. But I will buy another one, at least one more. I'm actually thinking of one, maybe somewhere out here on a pole, I think would be good, or back on a pole behind where the generator is, somewhere where it can catch enough light, because it is darker back there because the cabin's going to shade it and you won't get as much solar production that way. So you know what though, this is fantastic. I can't tell you enough how much I like these lights. They're awesome. And the fact that we've been gone for a couple weeks and then we come out in the dark, boom, that light comes on. This light over here comes on and you can see really, really well. It's off grid, folks. I can't afford to run power out here, but look at that. Wave my arm again. That is so awesome. And no, I don't want to change the setting on that. I'd rather just leave it the way it is, call it good, save the battery, because I know out here in the wintertime, it gets really hard on batteries. So it'll be interesting to see how that one over there works, but I'm confident it's going to work well. They say those batteries are good for 5 years. So you know what? We'll wait and see what it's like when it doesn't get much sun. But I suspect that once it gets sun, it'll be fine. But now I'm going to go back in the cabin where it's warmer. I'm going to pour myself a bourbon, put it in my bourbon 30 glass. Check those out. You might like them down below. And listen, folks, if you get any value out of this video, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Helps the channel out. I appreciate it. Y'all have a great night.